Hello, my friends out there. How's everybody doing? Dr. Man here again today. Dr. Man's Advocate, Dr. Man's channel, Dr. Man's TV, Dr. Man's education program for the men, all the men out there. I'm here once again in my today's video to provide the teachings, the advice, and the education, the therapy, and so many things that to teach the men what they can do, to help themselves. Um, as we all know, this is a men's advocate program. I always provide a waiver, not that we don't like women or we're against women. No, we like good women, and we're not against good women. We're only against the bad women that makes men's lives difficult, that gives men out there a miserable life. So, in my today's video, I come here to provide advice to men, all my men fans out there, including the good women that looks after their men. My today's video topic goes like this: Men, take care of yourself. Men, take care of yourself. The advice is based on the fact is that most of the times your women will not be there for you. They will not care. Your children will not be there for you. They will not care. Your extended family members will not be there for you. They will not care. Maybe except your mother and your father, your own parents. Maybe the family members that will care for you. So uh, the women, if it's your wife, your girlfriend, your partners, sometimes, they will not care about you, with the exception of some few cases where, maybe you marry a wife that loves you very well, then she may care for you. But most at times, based on the circumstances surrounding marriages between men and women, most men go out there and marry women that doesn't love them. So as a matter of fact, sometimes the women the women they don't love the men that they married. The men they married are not the people that they love. They probably love someone else. Probably they married the man based on circumstances. Most of the times they marry a man that is ready for marriage. Maybe the person that they love is not yet ready for marriage. So they'll just, because their fellow women are getting married, they'll just marry any man that comes around, especially if the women live in third world countries or developing countries, and the men coming for their hands lives in the Western world, where they call living abroad, living in diaspora. So basically, that is the reason why in this program advise all you men to take care of yourself. Nobody's going to come take care of you. There are so many reasons why you should take care of yourself. One is that when you're active, when you are very, very performing, maybe during the period you work, you make a lot of money, and most men go into saying that the biggest investment is their family. They will invest heavily on a wife. They invest heavily on their children. They will ignore themselves. Some men will not buy anything for themselves. They will not buy new clothes. They will not buy new shoes. They will not eat well. They will not eat healthy food. They will not give themselves things that makes them happy. All they do is to take care of their wife and their children, neglecting themselves. But eventually, when it gets to a point where you, the man, is no longer active, maybe you're sick or you come of age, you're no longer working, you're retired, and your wife is still younger and she's still working and still making money, you will see the kind of neglect that wife that you did everything for will neglect you when you're no longer active. A lot of them, they don't care about you. Once you go to that level, they leave you behind. They jump into another man, or they jump into other men, and they will, you will be like nothing to them. So that's why most men in today's world advise other men to take care of yourself. The reason I'm giving all you men out there that are listening, that are watching my videos, this advice is that a lot of men have given this advice to other men. A lot of other women that loves their men also gives this advice to their men, and all the men out there. We have seen some cases or situations whereby the women in your life, they don't care about you. When the going is good, that's when everything will be joyous. Anytime the going is not good, they'll abandon you, they will leave you behind. That moment is the time they will go, make move and go to other men. They will have other men in their life. They will no longer see you as anybody. So that is the reason why you, as a man, always make sure you do something to make yourself happy. Always make sure you take care of yourself. Any money you make, even when you're still active, don't put all of them in taking care of your wife and children. Take care of yourself as well. Put some of this money apart, aside to take care of yourself, especially for the rainy day. While you're active and working, that is a sunny day. There may be a rainy day in your life. You will see even your wife and your children, they will abandon you. I mean, I'm not saying all, but in most cases, it will take few of them that will take care of you. But as a man, you are on your own. Anything you can do for yourself, I bet you you will hardly see anybody that can do it for you. Even if that woman is making a lot of money, when you are no longer active, when you are no longer making money, she will never take care of you. She will rather use her money to take care of her own family members. If she has, they have parents, all her money will go to her parents and siblings, and she will never think about you, the man that married her, and that did everything for her, that changed her life and brought her, upgraded her life to a very good, very heavy length. She will ignore you and she will neglect you. So that is the reason why many men, you should really take good care of yourself. Um, a lot of men, especially children, when it comes to children, a lot of men go beyond and above. They go above and beyond in taking care of the children. I was among the people. It was my experience too. I was among the people that say, "Hey, my children are my biggest investment." Most men make that mistake, thinking that their children are their biggest investment, and they neglect themselves. And most of those children, they come out and they don't see you as, they don't even remember what you did for them. They don't care, especially when they live in the Western world. The life and the ways and ways of living in the Western world has gotten into them to the point where they don't even see you, their father, as anything anymore. It doesn't matter what you do to them. Even if you tell them if you remind them what you did to them, they will say, well, that was your obligation. They say that was your obligation. They see it as you're obligated to do everything you did, you're doing for them, but they are not obligated to reciprocate the good things you did for them. They are not obligated to do that. So they are obligated to ignore you, to neglect you, and to abandon you especially when you are no longer capable. That's why those of us who are still active today, we're doing enough. We're doing so much to keep ourselves happy. So I urge all of you men out there, when you're still active, make sure you keep yourself happy. Make sure you spend some of the money you make, a lot of the money you make on yourself. Don't say, oh, you are going to spend it on your wife, or you love your wife, or blah. That wife you love will come out tomorrow and be somebody that hates you. She will do everything possible, especially if you have any problem with her in future, or maybe if you guys go through divorce or separation. She will make sure that everything you did for her means nothing to her, and she will remind you that it means nothing to her. And she will make sure that she poisons your children. She will make sure that she pushes your children away from you. She will make sure that she makes your children to hate you. She will use emotions in everything she does to make sure that she gets your children on her side, so that your children will turn around and hate you and never want to have to do anything to do with you, or even reciprocate in all the good things you did for them. So that's what most of those women do. That's why We don't, we don't care about, saying all these things, because some of us live this experience. So that's why we don't care about saying it anymore. Some of us don't care about being politically correct, making it look like this, we are on the side of women. We don't do that. We say things factual. We say things the way they are. If you're a woman, if you want to like us, it's up to you. If you don't, that is your business. So, but one thing I urge a lot of men today is to make sure you do everything possible to take care of yourself, because nobody is going to take care of you, especially when you are inactive, when you get older, or when you are retired, when you can no longer do most things for yourself. You will see your children that you did everything possible to bring up. They will abandon you. They will neglect you. You know, that is what most of the women does. They're very good at that. Even when you're still active, your wife will be struggling to get the children on her side to like her the most, so that it would be easier for her to brainwash your children anytime, maybe when you guys have an issue or have problem or have divorce or something, because she will use one of one of the tools most of them use is to make sure that they allow the children to have their way in everything they do. They allow their children to have, the free will to do whatever they will do, whatever they want to do. They will not chastise them. They will not discipline them. They will not be against the children. But you, as a father, you will always try to raise your children in the best way they can be, including using being harsh on them when there is need to do that. Like if they refuse to go to school, you will make sure that you use a harsh tone or a harsh way to make the child to go to school, to make the child understand that going to school is in his or her best interest. But in most of these women, they don't do that. They use it to kind of compete with the women who compete with the men to see who the children will like most. Now, of course, the children is going to like them because they give them the free will, they give them the free hand to do whatever they want to do, they give them the opportunity. So whatever the children wants to do, they do it. They will not do anything against them. But the men, being the men, they're the ones who will want the children to be the best they can be. You want to discipline your children. You want to, when it comes to loving your children, you show them love. But when it comes to discipline your children to be the best they can be, you do it. You do whatever it takes, including denying them of some good things, that you think may not be in their best interest. When you're denying them all those good things, they tend not to like you. They tend to take you as being too harsh on them. For example, you know, sometimes your children may be playing video games all the time, not studying, not looking, doing things they're supposed to do, and you may be the one as a father to make teach sense into them that, hey, you can't play video games all the time. You can't play video games all day. You have to have some time to do your schoolwork, or even if you don't have any homework or schoolwork to do, you have to study your books or study something, do some studies, so that you can be a better child. But the children, some of these children see you as being harsh on them, not allowing them to have their ways. You know, their mother is doing that, allowing them to do whatever they want to do. Therefore, they tend to love their mother or like their mother more than you. It makes it easier for them to see you as an enemy, especially when their mother start brainwashing them, poisoning their minds against you. So on this basis, on all these things, that's why I will ask all the men out there: do not go above and beyond to neglect yourself just because you want to invest on your family. Take care of yourself first. You are the highest priority, because you have to be alive. Even to be able to think about your family, you have to be alive to think about your wife. You have to be alive to think about your children. If you are not alive, the wife will easily move on. Just after a period of time, a very short period she will jump into another man and start enjoying her life again. Your children, of course, life is still, the sky is still their limit, especially if you had them in the Western world, and the Western world favors them. The Western world so much favors women and children. The children can get good education without relying on you, their father, because they have access to education, they have access to finances, financial aids, and other things, scholarships to get good education. So most of the times, the women convince them or confuse them that they don't need you as a father. So that's why it's easier for fathers to be neglected, especially in the Western world. So, as a man, look after yourself. Make yourself a priority. Give yourself happiness. Spend your money on yourself, before you can do anything else. This is my candid advice, and that will be in your best interest. And again, it's not all the women that does this. It's not all the children that does this, but most of the women, especially bad women, engages in this kind of behavior. Most of the children, especially the bad ones, engages in this kind of behavior. But all of you, the men, whether you're a good man or not a good man, depending on the kind of family you have, the most important thing is take good care of yourself. You have to be alive to think about everything else. With this video, with this, I will tell you to, just make sure you do things in your best interest and not anybody else's best interest. So all my fans out there, if you're a woman, share this video to your men out there, share to your brothers, and family members who are men, and even the good women out there who wants their men to be happy. You can share this video also to your men so that they can know that they have to take care of themselves first before anything else. So with this, watch my video, share them, like them, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.